Hi guys, good afternoon beautiful people. My name is Aisha Badmus, popularly called Aisha Speaks. If this is the first time on my YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button. And if you have been watching, thank you so much. God bless you. Okay, on my today's channel on relationship tips by Aisha Speaks, I'm going to be talking about domestic violence in marriage. Okay, there are different forms of domestic violence, but I'll be talking about domestic violence between a husband and a wife. Now, before I proceed, I don't want you guys to see me as a feminist because I am not one. But you guys will bear me witness that the gender that faces domestic violence more is the female gender, like the woman. Now, the basic reason why I'm making this video is to let you guys know that domestic violence is not something acceptable. It is not a it is not even funny at all. Why would you be in a relationship, or why would you be in a marriage that is toxic? Why would you be in a marriage that's not making you happy? Why would you be in a marriage that you're not having peace of mind? Why would you be in a marriage that your husband wakes up every morning, every day, comes back from work to hit you? For crying out loud, you are a human and you have self-respect, you have self-esteem, you have worth. So nobody should hit you unnecessarily. Now, for instance, if your husband comes back from work today, or maybe wakes up in the morning to hit you first time, you would definitely apologize that he's sorry. The same thing happens, and that time he hits you again, you apologize that he's sorry. The same thing happens, sometimes he hits you again, you apologize that he's sorry. The moment he continues to hit you, and he keeps telling you that he's sorry, you should know that relationship is not a no-go area. It's a no-go area, sorry to say. Now, the thing is, fine, people believe that, okay, as a lady, you need to be very patient with your husband. No matter what is going on in the relationship, you need to be patient because you have children, you need to save your children, you need to keep your children. But, madam, sisters and ladies and girls, if you are in a marriage that your husband keeps hitting you frequently, you really need to leave that marriage. It is not a marriage that you should keep. Now, fine, you have children, but what are you even teaching your children? What are you telling your children to do? If your children grows up to find out that their father hits their mother, then what type of marriage or what type of family do you want the children to also grow up to be? What type of marriage do you want them to build up as children? Don't forget that what our children see us doing is what they grow up to do, because they say leadership by example. Leave a toxic marriage, leave a toxic relationship. You are not meant to be there. If your husband or your wife truly loves you, nobody's going to hit anybody. Fine, there are bound to be arguments, there are bound to be quarrels, there are bound to be beefs, but not to the extent of hitting your woman or hitting your man. The very moment the very first time a man raises his hand up to hit his woman, that is the highest level of irresponsibility, as the Yoruba would say. Even in normal sense, it is the highest level of irresponsibility. Nobody should hit anybody. You guys can have normal quarrels, normal beefings. It is marriage. It is normal. It is what makes up marriage. All these little arguments, little beefings and all. But what would solve all these things? You talk to each other. Communication matters. I told you guys in my last video that communication is a very, very key and essential part of a relationship. You communicate with your partner. Tell him or her, this is what you are doing that I don't like. You don't need to continue hitting. You can't continue hitting me. I am human. For crying out loud, the more you hit your wife, the more she begins to have different problems. She begins to face psychological challenges, emotional challenges, physical challenges. She might have bruises all over her fine body. You get? She might begin to be psychologically down. She will not even be able to take care of the kids very, very well. These things, hitting your woman or hitting your husband, can really, really affect. So please, my dear sisters, leave a toxic relationship, leave a toxic marriage. You are not meant to be there. Do you understand? Nobody. Married, fine. People say marriage is a do or die affair, but not to the extent of. Sometimes they would even say you should be patient. You should be patient. You should be patient. Fine, patience matters. Patience is a virtue, but too much of patience is not good at times. You are being patient the first time he hits you. You are being patient the second time he hits you. You are being patient the third time he hits you. The fourth time he hits you, you are being patient till you die. No. You don't need to be in such a relationship. And when you are leaving, you don't leave with notice. Imagine you live in a toxic relationship or a toxic marriage. You don't leave with notice, because it could even cause fights. It could cause unnecessary arguments, unnecessary hitting, maybe using you as a batter, beating you up and down and all. A woman told me of a story where she was actually suffering from domestic violence with her husband. He always hit her. The children would cry and be like, "Mommy, what happened? Why is Daddy always hitting you?" and all. And when she was trying to leave that marriage, she actually left and packed all her stuff. She packed her children's clothes and everything. And then The husband found out and even traced her to where she passed to actually hit her again, to beat her again. When you want to leave, you don't leave a notice. If you have your money, if you have, that is why it is important for a woman. Don't be a liability to your husband. You need to work. Once you work and you earn your money, you can actually live a life even without your husband in a relationship, in a domestic violence relationship. When you want to leave, you leave. You leave without any notice, and nobody will even come to any place to hit you again. Do you understand? So, my dear sisters, I'm gonna tell you today that your happiness is paramount to you. You need to love yourself. You need to be happy, and you need peace of mind. And the only way in which you can gain all those is for you to live a toxic marriage. A toxic and a I don't even know the word to qualify domestic violence, because we have several forms of domestic violence. People begin to complain their wife hits them, their husband hits them. Domestic violence is not even among only husband and wife. You know that domestic violence comes even with from the wife, or from the woman to the house girl, or from the man to the house girl, from the even rape. Like when your husband begins to rape or is raping your house help, it leads to domestic. It is also called domestic violence. So please, you need to no. It's not a relationship which you can stay with. That's in that aspect. Relationship is not a do or die affair. That marriage is not a do or die affair. Come on, live with your children. They are special to you. Live with them. Once he comes back to his right senses, it will definitely come one thing, you guys. You are not meant to be in a toxic relationship. And if you find yourself in such a relationship and you are very you don't know, you are skeptical about what to do, you can actually call a counselor, a therapist, or talk to somebody that you know you can confide in and that can give you a good advice. Do you understand? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to Aisha Speaks Facts. I really appreciate it. God bless you so much. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button. And if you have been watching, thank you so much. You guys are the best.